Hey everyone. Yeah, I'm heading home. It's about, well, it's a little after 12, I can tell you that. It's probably about 12:10, I'm guessing. Um, about that, almost 12:09, 12:10. Yeah, I'm heading home. Got to do this tomorrow night again. But anyway, I thought I'd kind of redo this a little bit. And this is going to be an audio format, so you probably won't see me anyway, but still. Hold on a sec. I gotta walk through these damn sprinklers here. Well, not through them, but near them. Anyway, yeah, I talked about this earlier, but I thought it was a bit of a rush and figured I might as well try it now and see how things go. You know, a lot of people always wonder why, folks like me, people like me are, we like to read, fan fiction stories or read fan fiction web comics or even upload clips of things like transformations and shape-shiftings and stuff like that. Why we're fans of that kind of stuff. And to me, it's more about the fact that we're not just fans of it. It's the fact that it intrigues us. We're more along the lines of we like to be intrigued. We find it interesting, to see what it's like, to read what it's like and kind of imagine in our minds what it would be like if that could happen in real life, And a place like DeviantArt and even for Infinite, places like that give plenty of opportunities for that to be realized, for people to actually come out and enjoy that kind of stuff. It gives them that opportunity. And the same for fanfiction.net, don't get me wrong. And maybe Erica's portal, EKAE-S portal. It gives us that opportunity. And again, it's all about the fact that it's intriguing. It's what people like. It's just fun to imagine certain things. And people always wonder, why people come up with this kind of stuff, why they write these stories. Because again, like I said, it intrigues them. Why take popular characters and put them in crossovers, or why take popular characters from a certain franchise and then, let's say, do a fusion transformation with them and stuff like that? Because it intrigues them. It's like, to them it's like, well, if the show or any part of the franchise ain't officially going to do anything about this, or ain't going to go in this kind of a direction, then heck, I'll do it. I'll go in that direction. I'll write the story, or I'll make the web comic, or heck, if they have the abilities and the software and all that at their disposal, they'll make a flash animation of it, or even a true animation of it, just to get it out of the way, just to get it out of the system. And that's why people write these kind of stories, even original stories. There's several people, and I'll provide links to them on DeviantArt, that do this. And I have faved and watched their DA pages, the DeviantArt pages, because of this. You know, there's this one guy that's actually asked for requests. Actually, he's asked people to request him for story ideas, to, you know, just write stories with any kind of idea you can think of. And I've already given him, and I've already requested like 2, and he's come through on them. And I've even noted him to do a few more, so he can have some more inspiration, more ideas to work with. There's someone that I've even done not a request, but a suggestion to, but I haven't heard nothing from him yet. But I know he's probably, hopefully, read what I've had to suggest. And then, of course, there's 2 other people that I've discovered recently. One is somebody that actually sometimes will do a story series involving this kind of stuff. And they're very interesting, they're very good. For example, one of his story series is What Dreams May Become. And it involves 2 main characters, Roman and Corey. Corey's a girl, of course. And she's the love interest to Roman, and vice versa. And what's funny about this is the writer here gives plenty of background to the story. It gives the story a bit of an origin, if you will, of, you know, why Roman is able to do this and why he wants to share with Cora. And it involves her late father and stuff like that. And what he does here, and what this writer does here, is just great. I mean, basically he uses every kind of shape-shifting, transformation, whatever you want to call it, in the book. You know, he uses animal transformations, inanimate transformations. If he wants to, he can use melting transformations, where the person melts into a puddle, and bubbles and boils and whatever, and stuff like that. He uses all kinds of ideas, and he runs with it, and it's great. You know, he makes the character, the female character, sometimes want to wish and just hope that whatever form she's in, or whatever form she shares. Yeah, she actually shares inanimate forms sometimes with the love interest, Roman. You know, he makes it to where she wishes they could remain that way forever, like, you know, nothing else. And that's great. That is great story writing. And I highly recommend anybody that hasn't read that kind of stuff to read his. And then there's somebody else that I just discovered through this. One of the things DeviantArt does is actually give you suggestions, you know, for other stories, similar stories by other artists. And he gave this suggestion. And DeviantArt gave this suggestion to this one person. And one of the stories I read was recently, and I'm trying to read any other ones they have, had a young sorceress basically coming of age, basically becoming 18, 19 years old, or 21, basically coming of age between the ages of 18 to 21. And basically this young sorceress, goes out and asks her young non-sorceress friends, or human friends, if you will, to let her use them as her assistants in her coming of age show. Basically, she's got to do somewhat of a magic show to prove that she's, and there goes a firework in the background, but to show that she's come of age and that she's ready to be on her own and be a full-fledged sorceress, or magician or whatever. So basically, this person does exactly what the other writer artist I talked about does. They basically take the characters, the non-sorceress characters, the human friends of hers, of the sorceress, and along with the sorceress at times, um, basically change into different animals and inanimate objects. And it's really interesting. I mean, heck, the way they kind of, it's like, not to give much away, but towards the end of the story, basically she, like I said, towards the end of the story, she basically has her and her friends merge into this big old hydrant, big old hydra, turns them into ice, and then puts a fire in them, melts the ice figure into nothing but a puddle of water that evaporates into steam. So it's really interesting and really intriguing, and this is the kind of stuff that people like me are fans of, and this is why we like it. So I really recommend people to check them out, and I've given them ideas to their notes and their PMs and all that hopefully they've taken notice of, and I've got a lot more ideas I want to share with them. So hopefully when they watch this, because I'm going to post it on the PM in their notes here on DeviantArt, that they'll consider some of the ideas. So that's all I'm going to say, though. I highly recommend checking them out. The links will be in the description, and no, this will not be on Google+. So God bless.